Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. In this video I really want to share my best tips for doing laundry with an extreme minimalist wardrobe. That is actually a question I get asked quite a lot when I tell you that my wardrobe consists of only 20 pieces or something like that. If you want to see the video where I share all of the clothing items I own, I link it up here for you to watch. But today I really want to focus on how to do laundry when you have such a small amount of clothing items and maybe you need the things all the time but you don't want to do laundry every day, and let me tell you how I do it. If you're new here, my name is Leah. I upload videos twice a week about minimalism and sustainable living. If you're interested in these topics, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And now let's get started. So just to start off, one key element to being able to have such a small wardrobe and not like having a problem with doing laundry is that I wear everything multiple times. Of course, that's really different for the different kinds of pieces I have in my wardrobe. Underwear, I only wear once. But when it comes to t-shirts, I can wear them a few times. When it comes to sweaters, I can wear them quite often. And for pants and everything that is like further away from my body, I really wear it until it gets dirty or until it smells. And that usually takes some time. So I am able to wear most of my things multiple times before I have to wash them. So my next tip is washing everything together. Now that doesn't work for everything. I, for example, cannot wash my cashmere sweater with my bedding that I want to wash hotter maybe. But I do not have any white things just because I don't want to have that problem of caring for them and making sure that they stay white, because that's kind of I don't want to do that. And so usually all of my clothes are washed together, maybe except for some woolen pieces. And that makes a lot possible when it comes to an extreme minimalist wardrobe. I also live with my boyfriend and my son, so every few days, up to 5 or 7 days, we have a full load of laundry and we wash all of our clothes together. And so like that, we don't waste any resources. We will only wash when we have a full load and I still have enough clothes to wear. When it comes to drying my clothes, it sometimes would be easy to dry them in a tumbler dryer, in just one of these dryers that people usually, for example, have in the US. Also in Switzerland, a lot of people have them. But here in Germany, it's common to hang dry clothes. And it's also the most sustainable way to do it because it saves energy and it also prolongs the life of the pieces because they are not rubbed against each other. There's just less friction and less energy used on them, so they keep up a lot longer. So usually I wash my clothes in our washing machine and then I hang dry them. If you want to see my whole laundry routine, I link you the video up here as well so you can watch it. But drying laundry on a laundry hang dryer, especially during winter, takes a lot of time. So sometimes it takes up to 48 hours until it's dry, and sometimes it even never really feels like it's getting dry. But I just plan it out in a way that it works for me. Now, having an extreme minimalist wardrobe, I also have that to not think too much about my clothes, to not have to spend too much energy on my wardrobe. So there definitely has to be a balance between planning it out so it will work because you have such a limited amount of pieces, and being able to just not think too much about it. So of course I cannot go down to such a limited amount of pieces that it would take so much energy to always plan out when to do laundry and when to hang the pieces to be sure that they are dry again when I need them. So I think I'm really at the minimum amount of clothes that work for me, because if I just had a few pieces less, it would be a huge task to always think about doing laundry and being sure that I have the clothes again when I want to wear them. Another very important thing I think is just having clothes that are easy to care for. So I, for example, do not have anything I have to iron, or maybe I have things that other people would iron, but I don't iron any of my things. I am lucky right now that I do not have a desk job in an office or anything like that, so I don't have to have any blouses or shirts that need ironing, and I don't have to be presentable in that way. So I completely understand that that's maybe not possible for everybody, but I try, at least for my wardrobe where I can decide what to wear for my free time, and that's like the wardrobe I'm wearing now all the time at the moment. I try to make it easy to care for it. I don't have clothes that require special care. I don't have clothes that require dry cleaning or anything like that. I have colors that I can wash with each other, and I don't have anything that I need to iron. I do have to say I have 3 woolen sweaters at the moment, and one of them was my boyfriend's, and we accidentally washed it with the rest of the clothes and it shrunk. Now I took it into my wardrobe because I liked it, even if it was very oversized for me, and I washed it in washer again just to make sure, and it shrunk again. So it's still oversized and it's still okay, but I will not wash it in the washer with the rest of my clothes again. So one solution would be doing like a special wool wash cycle. I think my washing machine is capable of doing that, but I think I'm just gonna wash it by hand. And there it's really like, you really have to think about if it's worth to you having such a piece that needs special care. And for me, I think it's worth it right now, because woolen sweaters, I don't know if you knew that, you really don't need to wash them that often. You can also just hang them outside to air out a bit, and that's usually all it takes. And then sometimes you have to wash them, but that's like, it's not a complicated thing. So right now I think I'm keeping my 3 woolen sweaters and I'm just gonna wash them by hand. But we will see after a certain time if I want to do that, or if I just say like, no, it's too much, I'm not gonna do that. So I think when having an extreme minimalist wardrobe or just a normal minimalist wardrobe, you have to really think about if you want to have pieces that require special care, because there's no sense in having a piece that requires special treatment and then you wear it a few times, you need to wash it, and because you don't feel like doing what it needs, you just put it somewhere and then you are not able to use it anymore because you have to wait until it's clean again and you don't feel like cleaning it or bringing it to the dry cleaner or whatever it requires. And so I think that is something really important, to make sure that you can actually use your wardrobe and that it's actually practical and actually saving you energy and time and whatever you need from your wardrobe, and not just makes your life harder. But one thing I want to say, if I lived on my own, I would definitely not own a washing machine. One reason for that is that I think I wouldn't really have enough clothes to fill up one load of laundry, and the other thing is, it's not that hard to wash by hand. There's a product out there, it's called Scrubba Wash Bag. So it's this thing, and I'll show you. It's just like a dry bag, and you put your laundry in here, and here are the instructions, but it's like, you can't really see it anymore because I've used it quite frequently. And in here, that's important, you have this surface that really helps wash your clothes. And so this wash bag would be everything I use to do laundry if I lived on my own, I think. But I live with my family, and so it doesn't really make sense that I take my clothes and wash them separately. Then they have to wait for a longer time until a load of laundry is full, and I just think it doesn't make sense. But we mostly use that when we're traveling, because whenever we're traveling, and we have been traveling for several weeks at a time usually, and then we do not like go to a laundry salon or anything like that. We just usually use that thing, and that works perfectly. So I can definitely live with that thing as a washing machine for myself. But if I think about all the laundry for my whole family and household, I just don't want to do it with that thing, then I'm really happy to just have a washing machine. But so I just wanted to add that here, that living on your own really makes it possible to actually hand wash your things. Washing it with that Scrubba wash bag takes about 5 minutes, and it saves a lot of water and energy, and I think it would be worth it. So maybe that would be something for you, or just for people with an extreme minimalist wardrobe that do live alone, that want to be even more minimalist and not having this huge washing machine. It's easier in a way that it fills up more quickly. You can just do it in a few minutes, then it's done, and it's definitely more sustainable than using a washing machine. But I do want to say one thing. I do have an extreme minimalist wardrobe when it comes to the number of pieces and to the number of pieces I need. So I always try to really find that fine line in between what I absolutely need and what I can part with. So it's always, I never have too many items. So usually, as I said before, I could not get rid of 3 more things because then I would have a problem. For my pants, for example, maybe I can explain it there. I have 1 pair of sweatpants. I don't really wear them outside because they're really just too casual. They don't look presentable. I own these pants. These are like these linen pants, and you can see I'm wearing like long underwear underneath because it's winter and it's cold. And I own 1 pair of jeans. But there could be a situation where my 1 pair of jeans is dirty. Then I may be outside on my bike in my linen pants and it starts raining, so they get wet. And then I have to go somewhere else, and the only thing that's left is my sweatpants. And I don't want to wear my sweatpants to a meeting or anything like that. So I do have to find a solution for that. And a problem like that appears like twice a year for me. And usually what I do during summertime, I wash the item I really need right now by hand and dry it in the sun, because usually it takes just like 1 hour until it's dry again. And during winter, I wash it by hand and dry it on the radiator. And of course, it can still happen that I don't have a piece. It can still happen that there's magically appearing a situation where I need something and I can't get that in a matter of 30 minutes where I need it. But it hasn't happened. I've always found a solution, and I've lived with a minimalist wardrobe like this for, I think, at least 3 years now. Of course, maybe I have a lifestyle that doesn't require special clothing items, but I think I have everything for what I need. And if I had another lifestyle, or if I had an office job, I would have more clothes that are appropriate for that. And then again, I would have the minimum amount of clothes I need for that job. So that's just what I wanted to say as well. There can be situations where you don't have anything, but also that does not have to be a huge problem. You can also find solutions. And so you always have to decide what's worth it for you and where the line is where you say, no, I'm not willing to have that problem. But for me, imagining the worst case scenario with my wardrobe is really that. It's really like not having a pair of pants I can wear. Because if I don't have a t-shirt, then maybe I just don't wear a t-shirt and put just a sweater on. A sweater problem, I don't think that will happen, because at the moment I have 5 sweaters. That's really not possible that I don't have any sweaters to wear. So pants, I think, is the only thing. Oh, maybe if my shoes are wet, if my winter boots are wet and it's really cold outside, then I have to wear my sneakers. But for most occasions that works, because mostly I don't have to walk through snow here in Germany, where it rarely snows during winter. So for now, I have a solution for all of my problems. There has not been a situation where I did not know what to do with my extreme minimalist wardrobe. An extreme minimalist wardrobe, I think, is good as long as it saves you time, space, money, whatever you need to or want to save, but as soon as it adds stress to your life, because you worry too much about if you have something to wear, when to do laundry, I don't think it adds any value anymore. So you really have to find a balance between these two things if you're interested in having a minimalist wardrobe. And for me, that really means having an extreme minimalist wardrobe, because I think it still adds more value, even if I have to think a bit about when to do laundry and if I have something to wear. But usually, like, it doesn't take up too much energy. I use like no energy in the morning to decide what to wear, and I maybe use like 1 minute of time a day where I think about some item of clothing, and that's really worth it for me. Now let me know what you think about that. Let me know what the tips are that you have for making laundry and making sure that your clothes are in a good shape and that you always have something to wear. And I hope you liked that video. If you want to see more videos, I'll link you a video and a playlist right here that you can watch after this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!